the right. Just a little bit of a bump there, but that's fine, we're on the ground. We're quite happy, just dancing up to Clubhouse now.
It's very windy when we're at Kemble.
I was leaning into it. You're almost leaning into the wind. So
having spent the weekend weatherbound at Kemble, we set off again for Cherbourg.
Well, yes, we did it straight across the sea and made it into Cherbourg. Chris has just pulled the plane up for refuelling.
Bruce's plane had problems on startup. When the Rotax eventually started, it was running very rough on one mag. However, a quick look under the cannon revealed a plug lead had come off, and once fixed, we were away. Just as in previous years, we flew along the Atlantic coast of France towards La Rochelle, and then inland to Fontenay-le-Comte, where we were to spend 2 very pleasant nights.
Roger, we've got 118 to run at 1,000 feet, and we're just now cutting back over the estuary, and we're heading for a tall obstacle at the far end.
How's that in sight?
And we've just stopped for lunch at Castellet-Saint-Saran. Been a very pleasant flight, a little bit bumpy, beautiful weather.
9, 10. Coming now to Castelnaudary. We were originally going to Lesignac, but it seems they've got strong winds gusting up to 40 knots from the southwest. It's the Tramontane, or whatever these strong winds, a bit like the local Mistral is. So we're going somewhere slightly closer.
That's a lovely landing from Bruce. Here's Fred and Dave. No diving for it. Looking lovely. Yeah, that's good.
It's a bit bumpy here. We're rocketing up in the air a moment ago. We seem to have shot up. We're way above him now. But we'll probably go down in a minute and just take a position up in front of him. We're flying over the Camargue, and you can see a beautiful formation perhaps over there of pink flamingos. Fred, you could say a few words about the trip?
I love flying at 700 feet for 100 miles along the coast.
So we're well on our way now. We're past Provence, and we're still on the radio to them. And we're just passed over the Camargue where we saw the flamingos, and now we're along this beautiful bit of the Côte d'Azur, and you can see these lovely bays, crystal clear water. But we really don't want to go for a swim now, if that's at all possible.
We are at Le Castellet Airport, just looking at the tower now. We flew in about an hour ago, just in our flight planning, ready to go to Corsica.
Ah, here we go. We're just...
Right, we're on our way to Corsica. It's actually that way. We have to go that way. This is Corsica.
Here we go, approaching Propriano.
8 o'clock French time. There's Brucey coming into Propriano. God bless Brucey and Chris for coming in.
It isn't a problem, apart from the fact the bar's closed, but we very prudently saved them 2 beers. All right, they're warm, but they are 2 beers.
We've arrived. There's a little bit of a bump there, but that's fine, we're on the ground. We're quite happy, just dancing up to...
Calvi have kicked us into touch, Adagio has kicked us into touch, and we've been sent on to Propriano, and just look around, it's bloody marvellous.
After 2 full days relaxing on the island, it was time to return to Le Castellet on the mainland, and then head up the Rhone Valley towards Switzerland and Basel. The sea crossing back to the mainland is over 100 miles, and halfway we encountered a bank of cloud at about 1,000 feet. Fearing we might be stuck above it, we went underneath, only to find it turning into sea fog. Luckily we saw a hole and climbed through, and then a few miles further on the fog just evaporated and we were back in blue, but if slightly hazy, skies.
Lovely, lovely. Oh, beautiful. As we come through. We'll go. Foxtrot's in it. Ah, here we go. We're just... It was a bit of a tailwind. And over here on our right, we can see the Paul Ricard racing circuit. You can see beautiful condition, everything wonderfully done.
Roger, go.
I can't beat that. Roger, go. That's one of the new techniques apparently on the radio. We've now cleared the rather turbulent mountains just over Provence. Some rather nasty thunderous clouds with just a flash of lightning in them. And you could probably see over there in the distance Valence. We're flying now at just 1400 feet. We're going to go slightly to the west of the Rhone, which you can see beneath us. At last the visibility is cleared, the great big cumulus clouds have disappeared, and everything looks pretty good at the moment. Any comments from you, Fred?
The weather's improved greatly.
It's now Wednesday, the 2nd of July, and we're having a conference now about how we're going to get there, really, I suppose.
Yes, the only thing is, I'm worried that...
Where are we on the map now, then?
Is there some AI
There.
for the area?
This is Mulhouse. Where are we, Brucey? We're at Mulhouse.
We're now at Hubsign, which is the small airfield near Bar Mulhouse. Well, objective number 2 achieved. We've got here.
Yes, nice flight down.
The weather was perfect again by Friday and we set off for home. It was just a little bit short of 600 miles back to Ardenheath Farm, and we stopped twice on the way to try and refuel at Saint-Remy and once at Le Touquet to clear customs.
And has anybody seen the runway? I'm not saying a word. Thought we were doing long finals. Looking for the chevrons. Down we go. Look at that, greased it in.
Taxiing to the hole for 32.
Fox Golf Golf, Alpha Trade, Touquet, vous pouvez quitter la fréquence, au revoir et bon vol. Au revoir, à bientôt.
And we're just leaving the Touquet. There we are, there's the tower. You can already see, if we look out to see, I think, the cirrus starting to form in the sky. We're just rushing before the prize. Well, it's very nice to see on a Friday night the M25 absolutely solid and stationary. We have given them away, but they haven't given much response here. And here's Bruce, he's gone around twice, he's just coming in. Safely home. No, it's Dave. I thought it was Bruce. What's happened to Bruce then? And there we are at the end of the trip.